Penthouse living, full-time personal staff, 5-figure plus per month budget. This is the white glove lifestyle that Joe, former Wall Street heavy hitter turned international lawyer, reached out to our team 2 months ago to get his family set up with in the Philippines. Joe set the standard for his family's life here. We delivered it. Creme de la creme, only the best of the best. Most come to the Philippines to save money. Joe and his family came to spend it right. In this video, we pull back the curtains on what the real 1% lifestyle looks like in Manila when you're living life at the top. From picking Joe up at the airport for a scouting trip, to exploring private membership clubs in BGC, to an inside look at the finest penthouses money can buy you in Makati, our relocation team had the pleasure of assisting Joe unfold his family's new life in the Philippines. So with that being said, let's dive straight into this. What's up, Savvy Expats? Today we have a special video because we are with the man Joe, hailing all the way from Texas. Joe, it's a pleasure to have you on here in the Philippines. How was the flight?
It was great.
Joe, I mean, for those that don't know, can you dive a little bit deeper into sort of your background? Because of course it's a big transition moving out here from the States to the Philippines.
Sure, yeah, no, absolutely. I'm a corporate M&A and securities attorney, and I've been doing that for over 20 years, and have private practice. Licensed in Texas and New York. I'm married 28 years. We have 3 children, one of which who lives with us, our son Warren, who's a teenager. And he'll be coming with us.
So the whole family's coming out here to the Philippines very soon.
Yeah.
Of course, like, you could continue to have a very good life in the States that you guys currently have right now. What sort of sparked the idea for you and the wife to come out here to the Philippines?
A couple of reasons, right? Geo arbitrage, you talk a lot about that a lot on your channel. That's obviously first and foremost. You know, the U.S. has gotten exceedingly expensive. I mean, Andrea just went today. She was telling me she went to Black Rifle Coffee and got a chai latte, and it was $11. It's just like nuts. So there's that aspect of it. Maybe this is a long-winded answer, but because it's an English-speaking country,
right,
dollar is so strong, it just hit a record, 1 to 61 a couple of days ago, and it doesn't look like that's going to change anytime soon. I think the cost of housing will be comparable, but I think it's really being able to afford the kind of help that we need. Me being a professional, having a team of assistants and people who can help me with my practice, having someone who can help in the house, the kinds of things that you don't really have in the States as much anymore as you used to.
And how long ago would you say it was since we initially hopped on our first discovery call?
Oh my gosh, 4 or 5 weeks ago. It hasn't been that long.
What made you and prompted you to reach out to me and my team for help with your upcoming transition to the Philippines?
Long story short, you were so helpful in your education. You're succinct, you get to the point, you're genuine, honestly, and this is going to sound so trivial, but the reason I said we have to call this guy, I promise you had a video where you were introducing your daughter. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, that just kind of tugged at me because I'm a father. And I was like, okay, this guy, he's got to be a good guy. Like, the genuineness it's coming through. And so I was like, he's the guy. Reach out to him. And so Andrea reached out to you the next day.
I appreciate that. I mean, I never got that answer before. And so from the airport, we got Joe checked into his hotel. He stayed at the Duce Thani in Makati. Now, typically we give our expats 2 to 3 days to settle in and reset their jet lag clock before getting into viewings, but in Joe's case, he was only here for 4 days for his initial scouting trip, so we dove straight in. We had 1 day of downtime where I toured Joe around a private membership club a lot of our VIP expats lock in at for leisure and meetings. Then the following day, we started viewings. For our first unit, one of the most beautiful penthouses I've ever seen in Manila. Thank you, John.
Te miré de pronto y te empecé a querer.
Okay, so we are at the penthouse unit of Joe's potential future condo, and we are in the heart of the Central Business District. What's beautiful about this is that Joe actually has his own private elevator for this. When we're talking 1% lifestyle, this really is the 1% lifestyle because only the penthouse unit can get, of course, their own private elevator leading to your foyer. And then this is the private elevator on the left-hand side. All right, so walking into this penthouse unit, you have this beautiful big door right behind me here. As you can see, this unit has this beautiful little grand staircase here, high floor-to-ceiling windows, and as you can see, this large 8 to 12 person dining table. As far as the asking price goes, we're looking at around 360,000 pesos per month, which in dollars is around $6,000 per month. And as you can see, there's also a helicopter pad right over there. And you have a view of Makati Central Business District. So around $6,000 per month and 420 square meters in size. The staircase is really the main thing that attracted Joe and Andrea to this unit.
This is around 5 bedrooms.
5 bedrooms, yeah. So Joe is also coming out here with his family, his son. So that is part of the reason why he wanted 2 floors. Him and his wife wanted 2 floors, and also ample amount of bedrooms as well, just because he also has 2 other children back in the States, and he does want to make sure that there's a lot of space as well. Again, gorgeous view. This is the first bedroom. As far as the furnishings go, it is very simple, yet quality. Here we have the bathroom as well. And then let me give you guys a look at the next bedroom right over here. And would this be the master bedroom or no?
No, the second bedroom.
Okay, this is the second bedroom. Again, high quality second bedroom, as you can see. And I love touring this unit with Joe because it kind of gives you guys an inside look of what it really looks like if you want to live a very high quality life in Metro Manila at its top tier quality. I guess you could say a premium top 1%er lifestyle, because as far as the quality of this kind of lifestyle that Joe and Andrea are looking to live, what other units are you gonna find that has your own private garden space, right? On a penthouse. Yeah, if you guys are looking to also live a high quality lifestyle like this, or you just want a simple lifestyle to get set up in the Philippines, feel free to contact us in the link in the description down below and join one of the 150 other expats who relocated to the Philippines. It is very rare to find a tub in Manila, and this unit does have that, so it's gorgeous. And then here we have this gorgeous modern bathroom. I like this dark quartz right over here. All right, now let's head upstairs and take a look at the rest of the bedrooms. Alrighty, Dykes, I would say this is the highest end unit we've ever viewed with our clients, yeah? This is the master bedroom here. This is gorgeous. Look at these, what do you guys say, like 15, 20 foot tall ceilings at least. Very high ceilings right over here. Very hard to beat a quality unit like this. Again, $6,000 roughly per month. And you're basically getting one of the best units you could possibly find in Manila, and it's a pleasure for me to show this for you guys. You have a beautiful view of Makati Central Business District. Very gorgeous. And this is like really a rare unit because a walk-in closet like this large, is not easy to find within Manila. You have a lot of space to put your belts, your watches, all of your clothing. I know Joe's wife, Andrea, she does also have a lot of handbags as well. So, you know, you want a nice place to store your valuable belongings. Beautiful tub, as well as gorgeous finishes for the sink and shower. Like I mentioned, I keep saying, like, if you want to really live like a king, you always hear these vloggers say that term, live like a king. I believe the lifestyle that Joe and his wife and Andrea is looking for is truly living like kings out here in the Manila, in the Philippines. I mean, imagine living in a unit like this. You have housekeepers walking around cleaning your space. You have maids. You have drivers to pick you up downstairs, as well as an executive assistant to help you with planning your day, the executive assistant to help you with all your reservations. So hard to beat this lifestyle. And then we're gonna go head over to the gym shortly. I did have to shut off the camera because Joe and I were negotiating, which Joe will dive a little bit deeper into the offer he sent in. Now this is actually the master bedroom. I think Dyke's mistaken the other bedroom for the master bedroom. This is the master bedroom, which is absolutely stunning. You have a nice little queen size bed over here. And again, this gorgeous view stretching to the Makati Central Business District. Have your cup of coffee in the morning looking over a city that's yours. And then also the walk-in closet, perfect for Joe's wife, Andrea. And then you, of course, have the third tub in the unit. and the shower. So as far as like the finishings go, again, very consistent throughout the entire unit. Whoever did furnish this unit had very nice taste, and that is what I love about it most. All right, and then now moving into the kitchen, you have very high quality finishes here. This kitchen is probably one of, if not the most modern kitchen I've found in Manila so far. This unit, despite this building being around 26 years old, it was turned over in 2000, the year 2000, it's still very well renovated. High quality Samsung refrigerator, and then it loops back into the rest of the living room with the high ceilings where the staircase is. So all in all, very gorgeous kitchen. You have a nice induction stovetop and built-in microwave and oven as well. All right, and then back out to Joe's private elevators here. It's like your own little lobby. So what were your thoughts on that unit, Joe?
It was beautiful, very clean, very well kept. You can tell there's pride of ownership.
Yeah.
You know, I like that the unit is actually owned by a couple who've moved to Madrid, and they want to keep the unit. So, you know, you can tell there's just it feels like a home.
Yeah,
It doesn't
absolutely.
just feel like a box. Sometimes these units can feel like a box.
Yeah, absolutely. And so as far as the amenities go, I feel like the only bummer with the pool is you kind of have this wall blocking the beautiful Makati view, but other than that,
Here,
got a hot tub
perfect.
as well.
Yeah. It does the job.
Yeah, it does the job. Another reason why a lot of our high-end clients typically choose Makati over BGC is exactly what Joe and his wife Andrea want, which is square footage. They have their own teenage son. They want to have their own little space as well. They want to have 2 floors, and that's what really Makati affords you, is despite it being a little bit of an older buildings within the central business district, because it's older, you get a lot more square meters for what you pay for. And that's what our high-end expats typically look for. Funny, Joe, because you're giving the wife live updates as we're going about it. Yeah, because Joe's wife is currently still in Texas while Joe's on the scouting trip. As a good husband, is giving her live updates as we go about these viewings. Yeah, the gyms here, to join an actual gym, it's actually good. I'll send you the closest gym to here, which is a high-quality gym. It's very modern.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link for that.
So we're just going into the gym. This is your typical building. So,
The gym is very minimal.
yeah, very minimal. So just good for a quick workout.
1, 2,
Yeah.
And,
get down. Paid the cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss.
Okay, so it looks like Joe just dropped a gold nugget. Joe was just asking me how much an executive assistant costs here in the Philippines. We have a lot of expats that hire their executive assistant for anywhere between $400 to $500 per month. How much are you paying your executive assistant out there in the States?
$3,200 a month.
$3,200 a month.
Yes. I'm paying you in pesos. Yeah, $3,200 a month in Texas. I live in Texas, and which is typically known as a low-cost state, but $3,200 a month, that is astounding. And I could have a remote EA, you know, if you will, but I prefer someone in person, and so that is astounding to me that price differential. That's great.
Yeah,
That's good news.
absolutely. So you'll also be saving yourself around $2,000 to $3,000 a month.
What I'll probably do is hire 4 of them, though.
Exactly.
which is good. It's an investment. It'll help grow the business because the work's there. So it is restrictive having a high cost like that with the business. As you know, that high overhead can really hold you back. So yeah,
Absolutely. Thank you. So Joe and I were just talking about that last unit we looked at, 4-bedroom. It costs $6,000 per month for a penthouse unit with your own foyer area, your own patio, and you're obviously, of course, in the central business district of Makati.
Yeah.
$6,000.
Yeah.
You were living in Makati. How much would a unit like that cost?
in Manhattan, yeah.
In Manhattan. Sorry, in Manhattan.
No, in Manhattan. If you're Upper East Side, like close to Harlem, you're probably looking at $50,000 a month. If you're Midtown, you're probably looking at $80,000 to $100,000 a month.
Wow.
In dollars.
In dollars.
And so they were asking something like $6,000 for that unit. I offered $5,000, right, and then half of the HOA. So it would be like $5,400, $5,500.
Yeah.
So, and I know it's not Manhattan, but there's so much here. I mean, it's the closest comparison I can give because it's not like Texas or anything like that. I mean, the closest comparison I would have would be that kind of urban living.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, to spend $5,000 in the central business district in Makati, that's very good. You get a penthouse unit, very hard to beat that. Versus if you had the same quality of unit in New York,
Yeah.
100 grand for that.
Right,
so
yeah.
Saving
It's a
a
bit
lot
of a
there.
savings.
Yeah, just a little bit. So now we are in my stomping grounds. We're currently in Rockwell. This is a really nice district because it's very private, very exclusive. The security is very strict here as well. So even at night, they block off all the roads that lead into Rockwell, and they have security at every single entrance so that you know you're very safe. And they carry them little shotguns too, so that's pretty cool too. And now walking into the second unit of the day. Looks gorgeous already. We have these double doors right behind me. And like, would you say that this is definitely the highest end property tour we went on a client, yeah?
Yes, it is one, yes.
For sure. And how much is this unit per month?
This one, the asking price is 275K, and this is 284 square meters.
Yes, so 275K, that's roughly around $4,500 per month, a little bit less than the unit that Joe was looking at. And so walking into this unit, you're greeted with a relatively wide hallway. It does feel a lot bigger in person than what you see on the videos. Nice little artwork on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, this opens up into your kitchen. And what I like about this kitchen is it's not like the other kitchens you find in like BGC and Makati, like our other property viewings, where it just kind of is set aside next to the living room. This is an actual kitchen, dedicated space, with a beautiful range hood, 4-burner stovetop, a built-in oven as well, and then a nice ample countertop space here, island countertop as well. This is the maid's room right over here. Very spacious maid's room, as you can see, washer and dryer. And then also the maid has a separate exit to leave the building, or excuse me, to leave the unit. And then walking into your living room, very spacious living room. What I like about this is that these windows actually curve. With the curvature of these windows, it does feel a lot more like a home. It does break up the monotony of the other units you typically see in BGC and other areas in Makati where it's just a box. So you can furnish this however you'd like. Very spacious. You have a gorgeous, stunning view of Rockwell. And the beautiful part about this is during the burn months, Rockwell lights light up, and these lights in Rockwell are absolutely iconic within Manila. It just looks like you're in like Tron, the movie Tron. And then that is the Rockwell Club, the Rockwell Leisure Club. Any resident, including myself, if you live here, get access to the Rockwell Leisure Club, which is a beautiful perk. So that just adds like the exclusivity you get in Rockwell. Here we have this nice little walk-in closet, the bathroom right over here, and then nice artwork. And then here we have one of the bedrooms, another walk-in closet upon entry. Decent sized bedroom right here. You have a lot of space to put some clothes. The other bathroom. And this is actually the oldest building in Rockwell. So
This is the powder room.
Powder room, yes,
okay, they have a powder room here.
There's a second bedroom.
There we have the powder room. And then here we have the next bedroom, which I'm assuming is the master bedroom. So this is a 2-bedroom unit, nice master bedroom as well. You have a walk-in closet. I'm sure Miss Andrea would love this. Not as much as the first unit, I'm assuming, but it's also very nice. And then you have these nice twin sinks, a bidet for the Americans that don't know, and then the toilet. And then here we have the bathtub, as well as the shower. So my lease is up in a year from now. I live in Rockwell and I will continue to live in Rockwell. I can't say enough good things about this city. It just gives me the energy that I really want. When my lease ends in the building I'm currently in, who knows, maybe I'll potentially take this unit next. It is very suited for a family like mine, so I think it'll be a lot more spacious. This is very nice. All right, Joe, so that is a wrap on today's units. We have more, 2 more days worth of viewings before you leave for the States. What's your thoughts on the units today?
It was nice. Again, it's just a matter of the floor plan, and it's tough when we see that first unit and the size that was, almost 6,000 square feet. 2 levels,
Yeah.
and then you come and look at something like this. It's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough.
It definitely set the standard. That's why.
Yeah, and it was good. We saw it first, and then we'll see what they come back with.
But on the way back to the hotel, yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, guys, I was very happy about these viewings because the main priority for Joe was just making sure that we get that penthouse viewed within this week during a scouting trip. So now that that's out of the way, we'll be looking at at a few, I guess you could say, contingent units for the rest of this trip. All right, Savvy Expat, so that is a wrap on the viewings for today. We still have 2 more viewings with Joe before he leaves to go back to the States, and we might potentially lock in a unit while on this trip so that when he does make the full move, it is a lot easier to go straight from the airport to his home. Now, if you're planning on moving to the Philippines within the next 0 to 4 months and you are very serious about getting relocation assistance with my team to make this transition to the Philippines happen, feel free to book a call with us in the link in the description down below. We handle everything from rentals, visas, bank accounts, and healthcare done for you so that you don't have to worry about doing it by yourself and run into a lot of the other pitfalls that expats face when making the move happen, like getting skin taxed, scammed, bait and switched, and having to run around with all of the paperwork and experience the red tape and bureaucracy of your move. Feel free to book that call in the link in the description down below and sign up to our newsletter. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I really like the lifestyle that Joe and his wife Andrea are setting up here in the Philippines, top 1%, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care and God bless.
Okay, say bye.
Bye!